Hi everyone! So I wanted to do a video today on it's kind of celebrating my start of the no processed food, no processed sugar challenge. I have changed it though to the no processed food, no refined sugar challenge just because technically sugar is called refined, not processed. But anyway, so I started this back in April of 2011, specifically April 23rd, because of I was so fed up with my acne. My acne Typically, I had minor acne, but it wasn't major. I had never had cystic acne up until probably the summer of 2010. That was when I started having really bad acne, and was major cystic acne, which, like I said, I had never had before. And if you don't know what cystic acne is, it's acne that never comes to a head, really. It stays underneath your skin, but not only that, it's actually so deep in the skin that's actually pushing on um, the nerves in your skin. And so it's really painful acne. It really, really hurts. And I had started getting acne pretty much all the way, especially on my chin and especially underneath right here. I was having terrible, terrible cystic acne, but all around here too as well. And a little bit right here on either side. It was just really, really bad, and it was so painful, and it was so frustrating because I didn't know how to get rid of it. Now, one of the first things that I ended up doing was I ended up deciding, before I even decided to cut out, to try to cure my acne through food, I had decided that I didn't want to use benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid or any products meaning any products that had either of those ingredients in them, which are considered the typical acne products. I didn't want to use those. I didn't want to use typical acne products on the market just because I was kind of fed up with them. I had tried Proactiv before I even had the cystic acne. I had tried it twice, and along with Clean and Clear products, just so many. I'm not even gonna take the time to try to think of other names, that other products I had tried, but I had tried so many, and all of them would typically work for about anywhere from a month to 3 months, and my skin would look really clear, really nice. And then after that month to 3 months, my acne would come back with a vengeance. It would be horrible. It'd be worse than it was even before I started that product. And it was really frustrating, and decided that I wasn't going to use acne products anymore. I decided to not even use products that are recommended for oily skin, because I used to have really, really oily skin. I decided to stop using it, and I switched to dry skin products. I actually switched to Estee Lauder Dry Skin Cleanser, which one was it? It was the cream cleanser, the one that really doesn't lather, and I started using that one, and my skin balanced out. It actually was the least dry it's ever been in my life, and the only issue was that obviously it was not helping my acne. My acne kept getting worse. And so I got really frustrated by that, and I decided to try the Adovia Dead Sea Mud Soap, I believe. I had also tried the Adovia Acne Soap. I tried both of them for my face, and they both helped, but I really wasn't 100% convinced that they were actually really natural products. And that was the whole reason why I ended up stopping using the Estee Lauder, because their products really aren't natural and not toxic. But the Adovia I didn't really feel was completely natural and completely toxin free, well, non-toxic. And so I decided to go that route, and when that didn't work, I started to get frustrated, and I continued using the Adovia soap for a while, but I just started looking into what really acne was. I had started wondering what really acne was. I thought I had always thought of acne as this problem that I needed to get rid of. And then I started looking into it and I realized that acne really isn't a problem. It is a natural occurrence of your body trying to get rid of impurities and toxins in your body. It's trying to get them out. And so I stopped looking at acne as a negative thing, and I started to question whether it was what I was eating. Was I eating foods, or were there ingredients in the food that I was eating that was causing my body to try to get rid of toxins, trying to get rid of the toxins? And so I started coming across more and more on various blogs. I can't remember any of the blogs I visited about it, but stuff about stopping eating processed foods and also stop eating processed foods and stop eating refined sugar. And when I say refined sugar, that always includes artificial sweeteners. I've never been an artificial sweetener person. I've never used it, but it is actually hidden in a lot of processed foods, just as something to be forewarned about. And so if you are an artificial sweetener person, that's something to realize, that it's not I can use artificial sweeteners, I'll just avoid refined sugar. No, it's included in that. But so I decided to start looking into it, and the chemicals, a lot of the chemicals and preservatives in food in processed foods aren't really ingredients that our body enjoys or that our body actually needs. And especially to go back to the artificial sweeteners are chemical, and the whole reason that they have 0 calories is because calories are a way for the body to use them as energy. If there's no calories, then the body can't use them for energy. And so therefore, artificial sweeteners, because there's no calories there and because they're a chemical, they're not a natural occurring thing, the body doesn't know what to do with them. And it therefore stores them in fat because it doesn't know what to do with it, along with a lot of other toxins in the body. If it doesn't know a way of getting rid of it, it'll store it in the fat, and then that fat is so much harder to lose, especially if you are overweight. That is so much more difficult to burn off, just because it has so many things stored in it. So that's something to keep in mind, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Don't use artificial sweeteners. But anyway, so I started looking into processed foods and the questioning of whether that was part of the problem, that there were these ingredients and chemicals in the food that my body was not agreeing with and was trying to get rid of. And even before that, interestingly enough, the summer that I started having major cystic acne was also the summer that I was diagnosed with IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. I did get that under control, but my acne still was very bad with the cystic acne. And I was fed up. I did not want to be one of those people that went on a medication to get rid of my acne. I'm not a huge medication person unless it is necessary. I don't feel that a majority of the people who are using acne products, who are using medications, really actually need to be. There are the cases where people are genetically predispositioned, and there are the cases that it is needed, but I don't feel for a majority of the cases that people are put on medication for it are really actually necessary. So that's just something. I just did not want to go on acne medication. I did not want to do that. I didn't think it was right for me, and I wasn't really convinced that would make it any better. So I just was questioning whether it wouldn't end up making me dependent on that medication. So I decided I really wanted to see if I could do it naturally, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if eating real food really would help my acne. And that was the whole main reason I decided to cut out processed food and refined sugar. And a couple other reasons, though, were I would typically gain about 10 to 15 pounds in the winter. I'm like, if it helps me lose that 10, 15 pounds, awesome. I wasn't really expecting it to help me lose lots of weight, although people who are more overweight typically can lose a lot of weight, sometimes by cutting out processed food and refined sugar. I was not overweight. I was borderline overweight if you follow the BMI body mass index. So that was another thing. And another thing that I had wondered was whether it would give me more energy. And I think there was another thing too, but just make me healthy overall. That was another big thing for me, was that I really wanted and hoped that it would make me just healthier, not healthier, healthy overall. I am a big stickler of healthier does not mean it's healthy. Talk to people that I am around a lot, and they will tell you that that is one of the phrases that I say a lot, and my boyfriend enjoys saying that phrase to me a lot, especially if I'm talking about, like, I don't know, cookies or something, or anything for that matter, and he's like, healthier is not healthy. It's cute. But anyway, so that's something to remember. Like, for example, margarine is not healthier than butter. Just an example. But so that was what my goal of going to non-processed food, no refined sugar, what that whole thing was. And after a year of doing it, and I found that I actually ended up losing 35 pounds. My acne is pretty much gone. My skin is pretty much clear all the time. The times that is not clear is because I have typically eaten something that is processed food, or because I have not cut out dairy the week before my period. Those are the two main reasons. Otherwise, I actually don't have acne anymore. Even if I'm completely stressed out, I don't get it. So it's really cool. And I also no longer get cystic acne. Even when I do have the occasional acne, a couple pimples, it is minor. They're not very big, and they don't hurt, which is a huge thing for me. Now, let's see. My energy level, I do not feel has risen, but I wouldn't necessarily say that's because of the food that I'm eating or not eating. It's probably about the same amount of energy that I had 2 years ago. So I'm kind of sad that that didn't help my energy level, and I think for a lot of people it may very well help, but for me it just did not really. As to making me feel more healthy, I feel like it has made me more healthy, but at the same time, I don't feel like I am 100% healthy. I don't feel like I am completely healthy. I still have a lot of things to work on. So also, for example, regularly doing yoga, that's something that I need to work on and stuff. But overall, I think it has really helped. So I am really excited about that, and I think that for anyone who is trying to be healthy, trying to eliminate the amount of chemicals or toxins that they're exposed to, that going processed food free is an awesome idea, and sugar free also too is a great idea. If you're trying to clear your skin, I think trying this is an excellent idea. I think it has really helped my skin. I mean, for the fact that I can say that I can be completely stressed out, and as long as I don't eat processed food or a crazy amount of refined sugar, or like even the typical amount of refined sugar that I used to have. If I've pretty much eliminated those two things and I'm not like binging on them, whenever I'm stressed, I still don't get acne. I mean, that's saying something. That is really, really saying something. And so if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to clear your skin, or if you're trying to just be overall healthy, I think that this is something that really can work for you. So I'm going to do another video today specifically on what processed food and what refined sugar entails, and how, like, what I eat and what processed food entails. Like, what does that mean? Because I think for a lot of people, they don't really exactly know what processed food is and what to look for to avoid and what to look for that is okay. So look for that. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section and I'll respond. And I'll see you later. Bye.